Hi, do you need a dose of encouragement? Well, you've come to the right place. I'm Heidi Rue, and this is the Encouragement Podcast. Every single Monday, I share a 60-second story of inspiration to encourage your week. And here's today's Encouragement. Okay, so there are some people whose lives just make your jaw drop. You're like, how do they do all that stuff? Well, today's story is about just that type of person. So Sarah, she was an incredible woman. She was born at a time where many women didn't have the opportunity or even the expectation of an education. And her parents were all for equal education, though. So she was taught well, and she ended up becoming a school teacher. But then she fell in love with a young lawyer named David. And they got married, they had 5 children, and then only 9 years into their marriage, David ended up passing away. So it left Sarah to look after their children and provide. So Sarah decided to write a novel. One of the very first female novelists. And of course, being an activist working to abolish slavery, it was also the first novel to address slavery. And that ended up gaining her recognition. And so she was asked to write for a ladies' journal, like a ladies' home magazine type of thing. And she also published a collection of children's poems, including one that you probably know, Mary Had a Little Lamb. Sarah helped open up opportunities in the workforce for women, among many other things that she did. She helped bring awareness to women authors, and she was also the one responsible for the national holiday that we are about to celebrate this week. See, even though the first Thanksgiving, it happened, in the 17th century, obviously, the celebration really had only continued in New England. It wasn't celebrated everywhere. In fact, it was extremely controversial. Many said that it was a violation of church and state. And then others in the South said that it was just another manifestation of intrusive New England moralism. I don't even know what that means. Sarah wrote letters to her elected officials, but she also described what she thought a Thanksgiving holiday should look like in her writings. Families happily dining together, recipes for turkey, sweet potato pudding, and pumpkin pie, which we still enjoy today. And so finally, President Abraham Lincoln read Sarah's letter and agreed. October 3rd, 1863, he issued a proclamation of Thanksgiving celebration, the third Thursday in November. Why? Because Lincoln said, because in the midst of a civil war of unequaled magnitude and severity, the American people should take some time for gratitude. And that was your encouragement for today. At first, when I read all that Sarah did and the legacy that she left, I felt honestly a little inferior. I'm like, what am I doing with my life? And then I started realizing that she used her income to also impact and influence in unifying, liberating, and empowering ways. And I started wondering, if I start looking for ways to not only create an income, but an impact and influence. The second thing I learned was the whole reason that Lincoln established Thanksgiving as a national holiday was because of the division that was happening in the country. Interesting, huh? He knew that gratitude had a way of bringing people together. And so this year has been tough. That's an understatement. And it may be hard finding things to be grateful for, but I hope for at least one day we can all find ways that we're thankful. I'll have another encouragement for you next week. You can subscribe anywhere you can listen to podcasts, and you can also watch the video version on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, pretty much almost everywhere. And of course, you can follow me on Instagram, and I say this, at Heidi Rue, because next Monday, we kick off a Favorite Things giveaway with some of my girlfriends. I'm so excited about it. Oh my gosh. So we're sharing our favorite things, and you'll be able to get a chance to win those things. And it's almost over $400 total. So follow along at Heidi Rue on Instagram for that. Have a wonderful week of gratitude.